Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ReelQuick, episode 184. Today, we are doing a draft of movies that we think had great premises, but bad execution. So whether the plot or the idea or what they were going for in the first or second act was great, and it just kind of all fell apart at the end. That's what we're going for today. I really don't know where we're going to go direction-wise with this. I feel like there's so many things we could do. We just lost Cam, but he's the third pick anyway, so he'll be back. I'm confident he'll get back in here, but he's the third pick anyways. I'll go myself first. Oh shit, why did I give myself first pick? George second, and Cam's back. So we're locked in. So movies with a great premise with bad execution, recommended by Samuel Rosen. So shout out to you. Thank you for being a patron, and shout out to all our patrons as always, including our special executive producers, Stefan Johnson and Devin Willett. But yeah, with my first pick.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm going to go with the only pick that I will pick that I got from a list online, but I have seen it. But everything else I found on lists online, I think kind of stunk for recommendations. But this one I do agree with. I watched it actually only a couple months ago, and it's In Time, the Justin Timberlake movie where everyone has a finite amount of time to live, and you use that as currency. The only reason I watched it is because the premise was so sick. I saw a TikTok clip of it, and then I was like, all right, let's fire up this movie. And I was like, oh, this is very surface level, pretty stupid. But
I forgot this movie existed. I'm just looking at it on Letterboxd.
I like the idea of time being a currency, and I think that's about as far as they took the idea in their heads. And then from there on, it just stunk. Cam's gone again.
I swear, every time we do these at night, it's like nighttime doesn't want to cooperate with his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think he always says it's usually when we record ReelTok, it's in the morning, so his family's out at brunch.
Oh, but then, at night, true. So he's never around.
Every time though. Am I alive?
Yeah. Say it.
He's gone. He's back. I don't know. Talk, Cam.
Just every time I reset and restart, normally it works.
We'll see how it goes. But George, you're up for the next pick.
We're chilling. My first pick. I'm gonna pick this first right now, but I'm gonna watch this movie tonight.
And that haven't seen it?
No, I've seen the movie.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm going to rewatch it tonight. Okay, so if I we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to pick Skinamarink. Okay.
Oh, tonight's the night you're rewatching it?
Tonight is the night I rewatch Skinamarink. Okay. I do think the premise is intriguing. These kids trapped in their house, no windows, no doors, seemingly gone. The idea of a child just being scared of the dark. I don't know. It should have worked. I think I've told you guys this. I had a bad theater experience because my theater was not cooperating. They were laughing their asses off, which admittedly I let out a couple chuckles. It was a funny movie at times, but I did a long time ago. I spoke to Owen about this, and he told me to watch it in my apartment, lights off, by myself. So I'm going to do that tonight. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I love that this comes out on Thursday. I hope there's just a 5-star review for you on Letterboxd. Then your draft makes no sense and null and void. Cam, you have back-to-back picks.
Yeah, hopefully mine doesn't cut out too bad. First one, I'm gonna go with Beautiful Boy.
That's a great pick. Actually, that's a great pick.
Story about this kid's life is very impactful and important. So that's my first opinion. It might just all right.
You are cutting in and out for sure.
You're in and out a little bit.
Hopefully
we got you for the most I lied.
Got me for the most part. Trying to hear you, but this sucks. I'm so sorry, folks. For me. Did y'all get that? Remember
me? I did. All right, so now Cam's gonna cut out because he can only get one word out, but I'll speak.
All right, it's okay
for him.
He's got time.
Yeah,
to reboot.
Beautiful Boy was that was I don't know if that was back when we still posted these. I can't remember, but it was a Patreon review, a Friday episode.
I was in a hotel room.
Yes, and I don't remember I think it was a Patreon exclusive one. I don't remember, or else it was one of the last ones we did that we actually posted to YouTube. But Cam and I did that one alone. We basically both agreed. I think we both gave a 3-star. We think it's a good movie, but just wasn't, I don't know. It ventured into just being more cry porn territory as opposed to actually having anything meaningful to say. But Timmy's great in it. Steve Carell's great in it. And it's not a bad movie by any stretch, but it could have been executed a little better. And it is an important premise as well with drug addiction and how that impacts families. And then Remember Me, I haven't seen, but I know that it's unavoidable to see the final scene.
All-time final scene.
Yeah, everyone knows the final scene, but I don't know.
Insane final scene.
But yeah, I was the voice of Cam. He has spoken. George, you're next.
All right, my next pick. Hear me out. I am going with Red One. Okay.
Okay.
Cool premise. Santa gets kidnapped by some international thieves, and you have head elf and global mercenary off to try save him. Kind of cool. Okay, kind of cool. You also have a jacked Santa Claus in J.K. Simmons. I mean, it's cool. Cool premise. Bad movie. Tough movie to sit through.
Yeah, I mean, I would be able to speak to that a little more if I'd actually seen it, but I can't say the reviews have been glowing. Let's see. I don't know. Like I was gonna pick a pick, but it's just such a niche pick that like no one's seen the movie that like that won't do me any good. You know, we'll keep the theme for like 'tis the season, so we'll just go Violent Night. I mean, similar
that
token.
Is a good movie.
I mean, it's a 1.5 star.
Just a violent Home Alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could have been better. I think there was an interesting idea there, but wasn't the greatest of movies. And then maybe for the next pick, okay. Honestly, for this year, we're going back-to-back violent picks in a Violent Night. I wanted that to be so much better than it ended up being. I think it's so interesting to do like a horror movie from the perspective of the serial killer.
Isn't in a Violent Nature?
Yeah, yes.
I was trying to think of like what Christmas
That's the double
movie you're
feature
talking.
No, yeah, in a Violent Nature.
In a Violent Night is that wow, that was sick, dude. You got it like that. That was crazy.
But no, I was disappointed by this movie. I thought such an interesting premise just to follow a serial killer around, but didn't really commit to it enough for me to be interested in it.
I still haven't seen it. It was genuinely one of my more anticipated horror movies of the year. And then I don't know why I didn't see it when it came out. I think I was away. And then everyone just started flooding Letterboxd with 1.5, 2-star reviews. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Guess I'm not watching this one. All right. I'm going to go. A great premise, bad execution. What rating would you put on bad execution for me to pick like something in this draft? Like what's like the max? Because like I'm looking at a movie right now. Fine movie.
I don't know. I agreed with Cam on Beautiful Boy, and that's a 3-star. I'd say I don't know if it's like if it's a 2-star gap below what you thought you would have based on the premise.
Okay, understand. Okay, so then all right, I'm gonna honestly I'm just lost for picks right now, so I'm gonna take probably like the most cliche pick on this board and the Purge.
I was gonna go there too.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid it because I didn't want to be cliche, but that is a cool premise, and they did kind of get it right with Purge Anarchy. The one
that's why I didn't draft it, because I feel like they eventually got there.
Yeah, they eventually got there. Yeah. How many purges? There's Purge Anarchy, Purge Day One,
Election Year.
I don't know. Election Year. Whichever one is with Frank Grillo, which I think is Purge Anarchy.
I believe
they got it slightly right.
Cam back just in time. Don't got any audio coming from you now, but your video looks great. It's pure HD 4K.
You do look fantastic right now.
It's the clearest I've ever seen the man, but you either
get
the face or the voice.
While Cam figures out his audio, Cam and I yapped. Oh, there you are.
Back.
Cool. Forget it. Forget my plug.
No, I was interested in what you were going to say.
I was about to plug our podcast on how Cam and I talked for Cam. How long do you think we spoke about the Penguin on our episode?
Like 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 2.5 of the 3.
No, it was closer to like an hour and 40.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, I
Which
forget
is still
how long we do. What have we been watching? And
we've been doing what have we been watching for a while, but I did not realize we yapped for an hour and 45 minutes. That's crazy.
Cam with an all-time estimate of like the classic, like a friend's like,
Yeah.
Guess how much I won on my bet? And you're like, I don't know, $2 million. And you're like, no, I made like $20. But fuck you.
It was like, fuck me.
I was close. All right. Next up, I don't have a lot of great picks like off my mind, but one that came to mind almost instantly, and we've drafted it before. Amsterdam, a mystery, and mostly just because the cast, but like just the premise. Like it's pretty hard to fuck up Margot Robbie, Christian Bale, and John David Washington, and then you add like a mystery in it. You throw Taylor Swift. You throw guy who won Oscar for that
Robert De Niro.
Freddie Mercury, that guy.
Oh, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek, thank you. Yeah, Robert De Niro's in it. Like you get this cast together, it's tough to mess up, and yet somehow they did.
Somehow they fucked it.
And then I don't know if this, like, you can tell me if this doesn't count, and it's a little bit cheating here. But as I've been on a Harry Potter watch, I want to throw in all of the Fantastic Beasts.
I'll give
you just
all
of them.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Especially like as it got on, the Crimes of Grindelwald, and then the other one, those really sucked. But the first one, I also think stunk. Maybe not horrible, but not as good as any of the Harry Potters. And you have the premise right there. It's a book. You've got it in front of you. The Harry Potter's been laid, and they've already crushed it. The premise is there. The execution was horrendous, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with that one.
Yep.
When Victoria and I went to London, and Seth and Josiah and I went to the Harry Potter Museum, one of the guys that worked there, I forgot what he asked us. I think he just asked us if we've also seen the Fantastic Beast movies, and I said no, and Josiah said don't, right in front of like all these people that worked at this museum. And I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, the guy's just like, I actually directed those.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. I mean, I got to do it. I wanted to avoid it, but I'm gonna go.
You don't have to.
No, I'm not taking that one.
Okay.
I just didn't want to. I'm thinking of a Zack Snyder movie, and I don't want to take it, but I'm going to. I'm going to take Rebel Moon.
Oh,
I don't think it had a great premise because it's well, it does have a great premise. I think
it does have a cool. The first one. Second one.
Its entire premise was Star Wars. So I guess yes.
Is Star Wars not cool?
No, that is a cool premise. But the premise of stealing a movie is not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go a layer deeper and to say like the premise of Zack Snyder making a Star Wars movie is a cool idea. And the execution
and
the contractual
Rebel
negotiations is not good.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll take Rebel Moon.
I will go kind of on George's Purge and piggyback off that with Civil War. Again, just like I feel like there's an interesting premise of like America being so divided, or any country being so divided, that they get to a civil war in like modern day. I mean, obviously I know civil wars are going on, but with how our politics are in America right now, it's so strong on both sides, very, very strong factions on both sides. Like what would happen if it got to the point where there was a civil war? But I think it was just kind of just an incoherent mess. And it was just, I don't really know what Alex Garland was going for, to be completely honest. But thought I could
love that movie, man.
Some people still, I see tweets about it saying it's one of the favorites of the year, but just didn't work for me. But Kaylee Spaney's innocent.
I lean more positive. Wicked actually just bumped it out of my top 15 of the year.
Oh, there you go. Shout out Wicked.
So shout out Wicked, I guess.
And my final pick will be I feel like I was staring at it just a second ago, and now it's gone. So I might just have to pull something else out of my ass.
Oh, I have a good pick.
Oh, damn.
I have a good way to end off to piss off all of our followers.
Oh, good. Can't wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. So this is from last year. Leave the World Behind.
Nice. Yeah, I remember Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
What a nothing movie.
Just a nothing movie. Had a cool like social media marketing campaign where you just had the random clips of like a big like cruise liner ship washing up on a beach, or like deer in the middle, like 100 deer in your backyard. Like it was like creepy, cool, interesting premise, apocalypse, but just didn't deliver at all. But yeah, nothing movie. George, what was that pick that popped in your brain?
Well, now I'm between two. each of them would piss off a different group of folk. But I'll go with the first one that I was thinking of, and that's Deadpool and Wolverine. I'll certainly take that. I mean, come on. Concept of Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Top 10 a year, man.
Stop.
Top 10
Bottom. Someone I had tweeted.
I gotta watch
like
it again. I'm scared.
I'm gonna watch it again. But I had tweeted like a week ago, like my bottom 10 of the year in no particular order. And someone comments like, "How is Deadpool and Wolverine not here?" And my reply was like, not a flex, but I've seen a lot of really bad movies that have come out this year. This has been a tough year in the back end.
Some movies
stink.
Yeah, some movies are bad that people just.
I've had a great year.
I have not watched.
I've avoided a lot of the stink this year. I feel like
I've avoided just movies in general this year. It feels like, but like normally on any given year, you could get a 365 days, and people just don't even know. Like they don't know the horrendous things that await them. For my last pick, I'm going with a movie I feel like I've mentioned a bunch. I have not. I haven't watched in forever. It's a 2019 release. I probably watched it in 2019. It's called Serenity, starring Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. It's basically about a kid has. So you're led to believe that like this guy is going to murder. A man and a woman are married. The woman asks the guy to kill her new husband. So I guess they're not married. They're broken up. The guy then plots to like kill that ex-husband or that new husband who's abusive and whatever. Then it turns out to be the kid created a video game and his dad actually died in 2007 or something. I just looked it up. One of those years in war. And then at some point the kid fucks his mom in a video game. I think there's graphics.
This is a good premise.
Well, not the last part, but
okay.
The idea of like a kid making like a video game to enact like things he wants to happen to his abusive dad. I think that's there's some interesting premise there, but at some point there's like a very graphic sex scene and it's like, well, this kid created this, so this is weird. Bad movie. Yeah, bad movie. Who's all watched?
What's the average rating on that?
Oh yeah, stinks.
Maybe the half star is a little much. Yeah, Bob Goochman got me because the Barstool, like when I really like deeply watched Lights Camera Barstool or listened to Lights Camera Barstool, they talked about it, and that's when I was like, I'm gonna watch this thing. It's really
2019 is not even like that long ago. Like
no,
I feel
it's
like
really
I would have
not,
heard of this.
man.
How do we not hear of a Matthew McConaughey movie?
Right,
because
I feel like everyone always says like, man, since Interstellar and Dallas Buyers Club, Matthew McConaughey's just been on the sideline of Texas Longhorns game. Hasn't even acted. But
bad movie.
At first, I thought you were talking about this Serenity. I was like, this probably could qualify too. Oh wait, actually 3.7 is higher than.
I don't know. People might love
based
that
on his header. I would have expected a lower average rating.
Joss Whedon though, so. Now
let him cook.
Miranda Baccarin, okay, they're kind of cooking with some fire here. Glenn
Fillion.
Howerton this far down the cast.
Glenn
2005.
Howard,
he must have been.
He was not known in 2005. When did Sonny come out?
Connor O'Brien.
Connor O'Brien.
It's like
I can't even see. I'm trying. Well, I honestly didn't know what you were trying to say because it's so small on my screen. I couldn't see. But yeah, Serenity, not a good movie.
Yeah. Only other honorable mention I had was Men.
Men is a good premise.
Men is
pretty much any biopic you could throw in there, like Bohemian Rhapsody, or really any biopic that stinks. Any like whodunit, because I love that genre, but if they're bad,
I was gonna say Clue, but I wasn't in the mood for K Meeks to come after me.
I mean, there's better examples, like Murder on the Orient Express or like Death on the Nile are like worse examples.
I did try staying away from like based on a like book or something, but I had to throw the Fantastic Beasts in there just because they were right there.
Well, that's technically not books, they're like a stage play or some weird thing. But Argyle, I agree, was also something I was considering.
We should do movie you think would be really stupid but is actually good, because just as I'm looking through like I was looking through movies. I stand by Crawl. I know George doesn't like Crawl.
No, have true. You guys That's not true. After I watched Crawl, I texted you saying it's actually not terrible.
Okay, there we go.
I think I gave it like a 2.5 or a 3.
Did you guys ever watch? I think it's just called Freaky, and it's the Vince Vaughn, Freaky Friday like serial killer movie. Not bad. Actually,
bad.
not bad at all. But like as soon as you hear that, you're like, this.
As soon as you're Vince Vaughn swapping bodies with a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah, you're probably like, this
Ugh.
probably sucks, but it's really not that bad. So, I think we should do that another time. Is weird movie that actually is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's our draft. So I selected In Time, Violent Night, In a Violent Nature, Civil War, and Leave the World Behind. George selected Skinamarink, Red One, The Purge, Rebel Moon, and Deadpool and Wolverine. And Cam selected Beautiful Boy, Remember Me, Amsterdam, Fantastic Beasts, and Serenity. Let us know in the comments who you think won, and shout out to Samuel Rosen for suggesting this draft idea. And let us know down below, because this is one that's I feel like there's not any given or gimme answers. So let us know in the comments some other ideas of what you think have great premises, but the execution was quite poor. But with that, we will see our patrons tomorrow for a review of Thomas Vinterberg's Another Round, and everyone else we will see on Monday for Glicked. But if you are in the everyone else category, consider changing that. Join the Patreon. You got a backlog of like 45 exclusive episodes now you could go through, so you have content to carry you through your entire winter break from school or getting some time off work. It is perfect time to become a patron. Buy yourself that gift this holiday season. But with that, we will see some of you tomorrow and the rest of you Monday.